Welcome to Left Behind Game Club, where this episode we start our PAX West 2023 coverage. This first episode features a panel of lovely folks talking about the Game Boy Advance. Yes, this is a recording from the panel that I hosted called The Game Boy Advance is the Greatest Gaming Handheld Ever Made. I know it's a little clickbaity, but I promise you the content is worth it. This is about an hour long. It's coming to you unedited, but stick around to the end where I will read out the 15 games that we ended up selecting. We've got 2 more pieces of PAX content coming soon. The second is a recording of Video Game Trivia Live 3 featuring some amazing guests. That'll release on Thursday of this week. And then we'll have a PAX West mega show featuring Katie Lesbronce and Adam Gumbert, where we'll talk about some of the best things that we played on the floor. If PAX ain't your thing, we've also got another episode of the core show planned for the month of October. That's going to be a deep dive on Fallout 3 by Katie and myself. So stay tuned for that. All right, and here's the show.
You're listening to the Left Behind Game Club.
He's about to talk about it's Mr. Pants. Good. Hello, everyone. Hello, PAX West. Can we try that again? I'm going to do the teacher thing. Hello, PAX West. Thank you. We are here for the Game Boy Advance is the greatest gaming handheld ever made, and I promise you, clickbait title, not a clickbait panel. Before we get into it, I'd love to introduce everyone here very quickly. I'm the moderator for today. My name is Jacob McCourt. We'll start on that side. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Harris Foster. I work at Good Trouble, which is a new studio that you haven't heard of yet.
Hi, my name is Celia Schilling. I'm the marketing director at Yacht Club Games. We made a game called Shovel Knight. And we're working on this cool game called Mina the Hollower. Check it out.
Hello, everybody. My name is Matthew Finneman, and I am part of a podcast. It's a shock. But it's called the SDGC, the Super Deluxe Games Cast, and we do cool things, and I am here with cooler people. Please.
Thank you. My name is Jenny Wyndham. I'm with Kepler Interactive. I'm the senior influencer manager, and we've done games like Sifu, Scorn, and Chia, and we're here with Pacific Drive, so you can try that out.
Hi, my name is Adam Gumbert. I do a podcast, Respawn Name Fire, beat this guy in Jeopardy a bunch, and here to talk about Game Boy Advance being a very good console.
Very good.
I was under the impression it was the greatest.
One more time, what was that?
I was under the impression it was the greatest, not just very good.
Well, I guess that's what we're here to find out.
Oh.
And what we're talking about today is exactly that. I like to do this up front. It's a very teacher thing. I'm not a teacher. The panel is about 1/3 the history and our memories of the console, and then 2/3 the fun part. I'm going to ask y'all to help us build the collection of the 15 best Game Boy Advance games. I will explain exactly how that goes, but that is the bulk of the panel, so we're going to do a little history lesson really quickly. I mean, a lot of y'all are here because you love the Game Boy Advance, so hopefully there's 1 or 2 things that you have a laugh about, but then we'll get into the good stuff. This panel is not a debate about what the best console ever made was. It's the Game Boy Advance. Thank you for coming. And this is not a comprehensive history. We only have 1 hour. So let me give you the very speedy history of the Game Boy Advance really quickly, and then we'll open it up to everyone to talk about some memories. Was first rumored at Space World 1999. This is an article from IGN from 1999 that was rumoring the AGB, the Advanced Game Boy, and then 1 year later at Space World, they actually showed it off, and what they had at the floor was a Silent Hill visual novel that ended up only coming out in Japan, and then also Mario Kart Advance. So some actual fun photos. And then one important piece, and I know that you're going to say this is sort of Oh, duh. But Gunpei Yokoi designed the iconic rectangular, that was rectangular, or vertical rectangle, those are words. And then they moved to sort of the rectangular form factor for the Game Boy Advance. And with that, a couple of fun features that weren't in other consoles. Left and right buttons, 32-bit graphics, and then one thing that was heavily talked about in the marketing was the Game Boy Advance to GameCube link functionality, which we'll talk about a little bit later. So those are like the three big things that they were talking about. That was your Speedy history lesson. Why is it the greatest system of all time? First, we need to talk about all the colors.
Yeah.
So I want to start on this side. Harris, I need to know which one of these did you have and why was it Glacier?
Yes.
Next person.
Did you have more than this, though? More than Glacier?
No, I just had the Glacier. It was terrific. The form factor of the original Game Boy Advance is the best way to hold a Game Boy system. And yeah, Glacier was the one. It's as a vanilla ice cream guy, it's the vanilla ice cream flavor. And I was proud to have it. Yeah.
Indigo. Did you have Indigo?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also have pink, and I was.
I'm just guessing these, and I'm 2 for 2. So.
Oh yeah, it had indigo initially, but then I had the pink one, and I love it. Yeah, it's dope.
Glacier.
You're 2 for 3, sir. I had indigo because my GameCube was indigo, and that was the first time you could like color coordinate your systems. And what? Come on.
Sorry.
I know.
Jenny Arctic.
No, Glacier.
Damn.
Ooh, yeah,
Okay.
Glacier game.
I'm a vanilla person too. So. Yep.
Adam.
Give me a guess.
Glacier.
Never had a Game Boy Advance. I'm kidding.
Out.
No, Indigo.
Indigo.
Yeah,
Very good.
because I didn't have a choice because it was a gift.
Wait 1 second. Who's an indigo gang? Woo!
Rise up.
I need to know, did anyone here have a special edition Game Boy Advance? Okay, there's one person. Were they any... Oh, we have
right there.
2 people. Were they any one of these? So, did you have one of these?
I want
me
the
about it.
Target one so bad.
It was a Christmas present, and you have to understand. Trying to explain to your parents why you want another one of the same thing because it's a different color, and they don't. It was a tough sell, but I did it, and I immediately didn't want to use it because it was too special, and then that got them very upset with me because they're like, "Why are you still using the purple one?" I was like, "No, this is so when I connect to my GameCube, I can have 2 players to play Link, 4 Swords Adventures," and they did not buy that, and it kind of impacted my ability to buy future things until I got my own money. Yeah, that's.
I think that was worth it.
I think so. It took a shot, went for it.
Yeah.
Fun thing to point out, any Canadians in the room? Who knows Zellers? You remember Zellers? Okay, there's one person in the chat that's screaming about Zellers. Thank you. The Canadian Special Edition Red that you see at the top there didn't have the retailer's logo on the top of the screen, but if you bought it from Target, you had this really ugly, gaudy logo on the top of the screen. So, like, Canadians rise up, I guess.
So it's about time you guys got something.
On that note, let's talk about the launch lineup for the Game Boy Advance. These are all the games that came out in the first 6 weeks of the console. What I'd love to do, maybe I'll start on this side of the table. Any stuff that immediately jumps out that you're like, damn, I played that game. That's a good video game.
I don't want to say too much, but that bottom right game looks like the best game on the console.
Ooh, is that a tease for something?
No, I'm just saying that's the best game that's on the console. Top 15 on the Game Boy Advance list of console games.
Was it a top-down skater?
Sort of. Yeah, it was like, yeah. It felt they had like the full. It felt like they had the whole full features of just normal Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, but it was handheld. I was like, wow, you guys really did it. And it was amazing. Again, maybe top 15 if people agree.
Any other standouts here that y'all want to talk about?
The angle I have on these screens is not super great, but do I see Namco Museum?
Yes, you
there?
do.
So that was a favorite around my house because my parents wanted to buy one game that had multiple games in it so that I could have less games at the end of the day, if that makes sense. So yeah, Namco Museum was a real good one.
How long did you play Pac-Man? Like 45 minutes?
There were so many versions. I believe that one might have had Pac-Man arrangement, which was a really neat take on Pac-Man. So yeah, I played a whole lot of Pac-Man. Yeah.
Any other standouts?
I mean, Castlevania and Mario were like the two I got because I also got Iridian, but that was not really my genre. So I enjoyed it, but like Castlevania and Mario, those are like the easy choices.
Any Super Dodgeball Advance fans in the room? One person, two people,
Woo! There's dozens of us.
just me.
There we go.
Here we go. There we go. So y'all are probably like, "Yo, where's the SP?" Here it is, and the Game Boy Micro. Harris, I know you had this Famicom Micro.
Well, before we get into that, I just got to say, PAX is such a weird place where people will clap for a picture of a computer. But yeah, the GBA Micro is a awesome piece of hardware. It's Nintendo at their most, let's try to be Apple that they were. You can feel that a little bit in the Wii. And yeah, my Game Boy Micro story was a couple of years ago. I was at a party, and I was talking about how cool it is, and a friend said, "Oh, I've got two. Do you want one?" And they just pulled it out of their drawer and gave it to me right there.
Amazing.
And shout out to Kobe West. You are too good for this world. Yeah. It's a,
SP fan?
no,
Micro
screw
fan.
that. SP sucks.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, I have normal size hands. That thing, this is not a back and forth. Look, it looks cool. I'll give you that. It's fun to fold. It's fun to open like a cell phone and pretend like you're talking to Mario. But I want to feel comfortable with my normal hands while I'm playing a game, and the SP is not good for that.
Yeah, the Micro
This
is
is a back and
like
forth.
the sleekest eye strain I've ever gotten. I was an SP girl. I had Indigo to match my GameCube and my Game Boy Advance, the first one. I miss Indigo. We should have an Indigo Switch. I'm just throwing that out there.
So I had the NES one, of the SPs,
Yep.
but I also got a Micro because at that point I just had terrible money management. But you're forgetting the original Game Boy Advance had the better form factor, but also if you were not in the one direct good light source, you could not play it without third-party accessories, and that's why the SP was superior until nowadays when you can get a really good modded regular one. But anyway,
Sure. We'll get
I
to
had the NES one, and then I won one of the really ugly tattoo ones.
The tribal.
The tribal one, yeah. I won a GameStop contest, and I was just like, what am I doing with this? I don't even know where it is. It exists somewhere. But yeah, that NES one was where I was at.
Y'all?
Dang.
SP or Micro?
SP.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah.
What model did you have?
Silver. I am learning I am so basic right now. Like Glacier, silver, no special editions.
Yeah, I mean SP. We don't have to argue. It is the better. It's the best GBA there is. Backlight. I'm sorry, I have glasses because I can't see, and I need that backlight. Don't you? I feel you. You're good. But no, I think black or silver SP. That is the one I played them. I played that more than the original one because I came to it. I found it in a box one day, and I was just like, oh, let me play Game Boy Advance games, even though I'm 23 years old. Put the math together how long ago that was. And yeah, I just love the SP. I just like the backlight, the little flip it, close it. It's great.
Sleep mode. Underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also bonus, you very rarely would scratch or break your screen because it protected itself.
It's built like a 2DS, but the screen's protected.
The 2DS is built like the SP, actually.
Yeah.
Fair point. We're going to bring y'all back with some magazine covers from the launch of the GBA. Who here has read Nintendo Power Advance? Okay, so special edition magazine that was released a couple of times, I believe, that featured literally just Game Boy Advance coverage. One thing, if y'all are here, have any of y'all checked out The Art of Nintendo Power yet? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for chat, but for anyone who's here at PAX on the 4th floor in the Summit building, you can check out The Art of Nintendo Power, and they have tons of old Nintendo Power magazines. You can do it immediately after this panel. Please do that. But yeah, some nostalgia for you. Any thoughts on this panel?
You said do it immediately after the panel. I have a panel immediately after this
Yes,
panel.
yes.
So maybe wait a little bit.
Yes. Do that panel, than the Art of Nintendo Power.
I'm jumping the gun, though. That is a very cool exhibit. The Nintendo Power exhibit, they have a bunch of really cool original art from, your really ancient Nintendo Powers. They have this weird, messed up Mario mascot costume in there. You're not allowed to take a picture with him, and I didn't realize that until after I took a picture with him. And you should make a donation so that you can take a picture with him.
With Mario.
With really scary Mario.
Some retail flyers for you, showing the power of the early 2000s.
A simpler time.
So cool.
Wow, the marketing.
This was cool in the 2000s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Any thoughts?
Dope.
Great.
Rad.
Lovely. Yep.
Love it,
Any
yeah.
other words?
Nintendo marketing made me want to get into marketing, so thanks.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here's some weird ads, though.
This is good stuff.
I don't really know what's going on the right-hand side of the screen here, but it's a choice. I'll keep going here and show off the weirder ads.
Yes.
There it is.
Including
there
the
it is.
tribal.
App. Oh god, it was so bad.
Mario goes to Pensacola, Florida once. And he comes back with this. What a mistake. Mamma mia.
You know what's real funny about the middle one with the guy at the dance or whatever?
Yep.
I remember seeing this one and being like, all right, so it's acceptable for me to do this when I go to my middle school dance, right? Like, you're budding into being an adult. Like, girls are scary, but Game Boy is always there for you.
This is like this is the gamer version of Leave Room for Jesus, right? At the dances. And then, Harris, you brought this one to our attention.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Do you
This is
wanna-
a great commercial, right?
Do you want to talk about this specific commercial?
Great
It
is
just,
subjective.
it feels so, this is the most Game Boy Advance commercial to me because it's about how everyone needs one of these little machines and everyone needs a Pokemon and everyone's different and there's different Game Boys and different Pokemon for everyone. I wish do we have a way to watch this or we're just looking at the screenshots?
Just looking at screenshots.
Okay, it's so fun. The music is so mid 2000s. The people are like overly excited to be coddling animated creatures. It's just great. Does anyone remember this commercial?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Now let's talk about the accessories. We talked about the link capability between consoles. Anyone have a favorite GameCube to Game Boy Advance game? Any Pac-Man Versus fans on the
Pac-Man
panel?
versus.
Sonic Adventure 2? Pokemon? Yep.
Come on.
Crystal Chronicles?
Yes.
Four
Finish
Swords?
Gap.
Yep.
Splinter Cell.
Wait, is there really?
Yeah, it uses your Game Boy as a map, and it's completely pointless.
Okay.
Which, as we get into the accessories, that will be coming up a lot.
Okay.
Completely pointless.
Any big Tingle fans in the house?
Single.
There you go.
You're all liars.
How dare you?
Of course, there's Tingle fans.
We have the e-reader. Any big e-reader fans in the house?
Yeah.
You're all liars.
What?
Anyone here own e-reader cards besides Harris and I? Yep.
Yeah. Guess how much those have increased in value? No, actually, not that much. Oh, the Pokemon ones have. That's true.
That's Pokemon anything. Like, if I had
Yeah.
Pokemon waffles, like, I could have a retirement.
I had a game that used the Game Boy to GameCube link cable, and it was called Pokemon Box.
Yep.
And that was a game that all it was a disc you could put in your GameCube, and it gave you more storage for your Pokemon.
It's worth so much
and when
money.
it was time to get the Wii, I was like, I don't need any of these GameCube games anymore. And GameStop didn't have it in their database.
Oh, no.
So the guy behind the counter was like, yeah, I've never seen this. I'll just take it. And I was like, yeah, dude, I'm about to enter the world of motion controls. You can have it. That game is now worth $500.
Tragedy.
For sealed copy, it's more, I think.
Oh, yeah, well.
Oh god.
There you go. One thing we didn't mention about the SP, which sort of makes it garbage, is there wasn't a headphone adapter. So you actually had to get a headphone adapter for it. Did any of you remember that?
Yeah.
Do you remember the headphone adapter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to cover here? Worm lights? Worm light?
Worm
fans?
lights were great.
Worm lights were great.
Worm lights were really
Yeah,
good if you
worm
wanted to
lights.
see what was up your nose in the reflection of your screen. That was awesome.
Like,
There it is.
weird.
No.
I literally would put it on my nose to like see the light. I don't
Wait,
know.
what? You would do what?
You'd put the light on your nose to see the. Well, forget it.
You know you've done that with like flashlights and stuff. This was just a portable version of that.
It's just like through the car.
Hey,
You're not. Don't
round
lie
of
to us,
applause if
Harry.
you've ever put a light in your nose for fun. What the heck?
There it is.
You're the weird
weird one.
I'm sorry you're not cool like us, Harris.
Okay. I'm the weird one.
Hey, admitting it is the first step.
Talking about weird things, how about some
Yeah.
weird carts?
Yeah.
Any Boktai fans in the house? Woo! Do you want to talk about Hideo Kojima's Boktai?
Maybe we will when it comes time to picking. No, I mean, it was just one of those things that it was just a weird, cool concept that sometimes it worked in execution, but the game was just fun. It was just, it's actually where the backlight sometimes came to bite you, because you had to be like in direct sunlight, and sometimes the glare was just bad.
Yeah, should we explain how this works for anyone
Yes.
who doesn't? Yeah, so Boktai, the big bump at the top, that is a light sensor, a solar sensor that only worked with UV light, as I understand it. So you had to play this game outside to get the sun. As a vampire hunter, it would help you fight against vampires by actually playing in the sun. Naturally, this was developed by known madman Hideo Kojima. So it explains it. Yeah.
The others just had either gyro sensors or I believe the drill dozer had rumble in it. Where Boktai is a little more fun than that. Game Boy Video, I want to hear from both of y'all. This is your picture in the actual slide. Those are your Game Boy videos.
Oh, that's my thumb.
Do you want to explain what Game Boy Video is?
Yeah. So have you ever wanted to take a cartoon like SpongeBob on the go, except it's really crunched up and the audio is horrible? Well, now you can for $40.
2 whole episodes.
2 whole episodes. It was great.
All of the overpricedness and inconvenience of a VHS on the go. It was beautiful.
Yeah, but like I really loved Sonic, so I was so stoked to get that.
What did you own, Adam, in your collection?
The one that interests me the most, someone sent me a picture. My friend had bought a sealed copy of like something garbage, like a month ago. And I'm like, you're a crazy person. The favorite one for me is there's a Game Boy Video 2-pack of Shark Tale and Shrek.
Yep.
Oh man.
I was like, I can't wait to watch those in 144p. Let's go.
And then we have the dockable entertainment unit. And Harris, I think you brought this to the table. So can you explain what this is?
Yeah, so apparently, I believe it was, I want to say Honda. A car manufacturer partnered with Nintendo to produce in-console GBAs for minivans. And it cost over $1,000 to have that installed, which is, it sounds like a good deal at first if you're trying to occupy your kids, until you realize that Game Boys are already portable. So this is a Game Boy that you can only play in your car. And yeah, naturally, I don't think they did very well.
Did anyone have rich parents and have this? Yeah, me neither.
Real people. Real people.
I would like to point out, if anyone is curious about Game Boy Advance Video, you can go on eBay right now and buy 2 sealed copies for only $24.99. So
There we go.
Can you send me that?
Good
A
investment.
deal. A deal.
Is
And
it
then
the Shrek one?
quickly, we'll just talk about the lasting impact. Obviously, the life of the Game Boy Advance continues through things like the analog pocket. This is a photo of a Game Boy I actually modded thanks to a funny playing IPS screen. It's beautiful. Shout out to them. We get it through emulation on things like Nintendo Switch Online, and then through a bunch of ports like your Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. That's a mouthful. Couple fans of that game in the room.
Battle Network, Solidarity.
Yep, and Castlevania Advance Collection as well. I think that's a limited runs joint. Okay, so now the fun part. What I'll ask is for anyone who wants to play to participate. We have 2 microphones. If y'all want to stand behind those microphones, I'll explain exactly how we do this. There's 1,500 games on the Game Boy. We're going to make a list of 15, and we're going to do it like this. As a panel, we have pre-selected 10 games to be on this list just to be able to start from somewhere. And whoever is at the front of the line, so here and here, I'll go back and forth. You'll have 15 seconds to pitch us the game that you think belongs to be on this, that deserves to be on this list. So the first couple folks, since you're going first, there's nothing you have to take off. You can just make suggestions, and as a panel, the 5 folks here, myself not included, they'll either give a thumbs up to the change or a thumbs down to the change. So list of 15. Once we get to 15, you'll have to suggest a game to put on, but also a game to sacrifice.
Who's ready to fight and take everything personally?
Wait, so they have
100%.
to, in 15 seconds,
Yes.
name a game,
Yes.
say why, and say what's getting cut.
So they'll say what game they're adding and taking off, and then they'll
Then the
make a
pitch
15-second
starts.
pitch.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Got it?
You guys got it?
Bribes are always accepted.
So before we start, I'll show you the list that this lovely group of folks have pre-selected, and here's that list for you now.
Good list, good list.
I want you to know I fought really hard for Mary-Kate and Ashley's Sweet 16, and
This
I
was-
shut down.
This was a 3-hour debate.
Yeah.
We need a deal or no deal at all.
Yeah.
So obviously this is a joke. This is not the list.
I wasn't joking.
Could it
Jenny-
School Musical forever.
I think you pulled up a description of the game as
yeah.
well. Sorry to put you on the spot, but I
Yeah,
think it's
just for the first title, just to get us started, High School Musical. You're going to be playing as Gabriella and Troy, and you're going to be getting the instruments back in time for the competition. And oh my God, if that doesn't just entice you, I don't know what will. So fight me.
The Game Boy Advance was the last true bastion of licensed games. Good or bad,
was.
but they were all there.
The Nintendo Wii would like a word.
I said licensed, not shovelware. There's a difference.
Wow.
Oh, we didn't
So
put Mr.
obviously-
Pants up there though.
obviously we're very kidding, and this is not the pre-selected list. So we're going to show you the list now, so you can ooh ah scream at us, tell us we're wrong. But here's the list that we're starting with.
Oh. Oh no.
Everyone can sit down now. It's the best list ever.
So maybe what we'll do is we'll just ask folks to cover a game they really like. We'll maybe start with Harris. Out of this list of 10, a game that you just really love, that you just want to shout out really quickly.
Yeah, my contribution, my biggest contribution was Mario Golf Advance Tour. Yeah, one of the best sports games of all time. It's an RPG. It's a golf game. It's got a banging soundtrack. It connects to your GameCube, and it's really fun to play.
I would say my biggest contribution would be Yu-Gi-Oh! I've played an unhealthy amount of card games in my life, and can't stop, won't stop.
There you go. My main contribution, well, first was Final Fantasy VI Advance because it's the best version of the best Final Fantasy. But the other one is Astro Boy because it's probably the most underrated, unknown, best game on the system. It's so good and so much depth, and there's so much to it. And you're like, the more you play it, you're like, how the hell is this a Game Boy Advance game?
It's
And
truly
it's
a
treasure. Like Treasure made it. How could it be bad?
I think Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town, and more
Yes.
Friends of Mineral Town. We'll include that in there. Yeah. Harvest Moon walked so Stardew Valley could run. So, yeah.
Yeah, Jacob wouldn't let me put a game on this list. So no, I'm just kidding. Pokemon Pinball is the best
Yeah.
Pokemon game on the system. So
That's
wonderful.
correct.
Well, I don't want to hear that.
Hey, that's correct. Hey, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Awful.
Okay, so here's the list. So what we'll do is we will have our first person who's had maybe a little bit more time to think about their choice. We're going to start on this side of the room here. If you could say, because there's only 10 games, what game would you like to suggest that we add? And then I'll give you 15 seconds to make your pitch.
Okay, I'm going to go for something a bit left field. F-Zero Climax.
Okay. You have 15 seconds to pitch us your game.
Okay.
Your time starts now.
Okay, so F-Zero Climax was the last F-Zero game that was ever released, and I think it's the pinnacle of the 2D F-Zeros, where it's starting to integrate some of the 3D F-Zero features like energy is boost, and it's just a really fun, high-octane, very quick races, only 3 laps, and it also has a high skill ceiling as well.
Very good pitch. Round of applause. All right, y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs down, F-Zero Climax.
I said we got no reason not to get our
yeah.
I
first.
thought you said they didn't have
Just
to get
gonna
voted
add
for
in
the
the
first
first
5. That's
five?
just
Yeah, let's just
by
give
default.
Thumbs up?
Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Thumbs up? All right.
Thumbs down.
Congrats.
There you go. Congrats.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Only negative, it was only released in Japan, but it's like all in the
Your
name
15
version.
seconds is up. Thank you.
All right, we're going to come over here. What is your game?
The original Ace Attorney trilogy.
Oh my God, yes. Pardon? Yes.
Japan. In Japan, it's on GBA, right?
It was released originally on GBA in Japan. It only came around here for the DS port, but
Correct.
it did start on the GBA.
Correct.
Okay.
We'll allow it.
We'll allow it.
Yeah.
So your pitch starts now.
it's just so good. They're incredible stories, incredible characters. You can still feel like their effects on mystery games that are coming out today. The games are widely beloved. I mean, you could hear everybody going woo when I said it. I think that they just deserve to be on there. They're fantastic.
Very good. Round of applause.
I will. We also have to add that it has some of the best puns.
Yes.
I'm also an Edgeworth simp, so we're just.
Are we going to be a good panel and just allow the first 5 on the list?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Oh, so much better than at East. They were like, no, we're going to fight for this. But Ace Attorney Trilogy, well done. You're on the list.
Yay.
Over here, what is the game that you are adding?
I will add Mother 3 to the list.
Ooh, okay.
I was hoping so.
Mother 3, your 15 seconds starts now.
Sure, so it is a Japanese exclusive game, but it was fan translated, and many more people have played it that way. A rich emotional story, battle system with like rhythm elements to it, great music. Yeah.
That's all you need.
Round of applause.
Shout out to the first 3 people for picking games that never came to America.
We're at a PAX. What do you expect? Thumbs up from the panel for this?
Yep.
Thumbs up. All right, we've got 3 thumbs up, so that is on the list. Well done. Congratulations. What is your game? We are at 13, so...
Before that, I just want to shout out Clyde Mandolin for his amazing translation on Mother 3. Really great game. But for my game, I'm pitching Sonic Advance 2 for the GBA.
Ooh, very good. Okay. Sonic Advance 2, your time starts now.
Sonic Advance 2 is the second in the Sonic Advance trilogy. It specifically streamlined a lot of the elements from Sonic Advance 1 by making it more speed-focused and a lot more reaction-based on its timing. Special stage elements can be a bit meh, but that's okay because a lot of the music is really memorable. All the stage selection is like really unique compared to the rest of the series. And, well, Sonic the Hedgehog, you know, quickest thing alive. I love the blue blur.
Round of applause.
Nice.
Sonic and I share a birthday, so I'm going to say yes.
All right.
Do it.
Oh, thumbs down.
You argue with me, but no, it's good.
All right, Sonic Advance 2 is on the list. We're at 14 games. Let's give another round of applause. There you go. All right, you're up. What is your game? And you'll pitch right after.
My game is Castlevania Aria of Sorrow.
Oh. All right.
All right. So,
Your time starts now.
all right. So you got to have a Castlevania on this list. I believe Aria of Sorrow is the best one on GBA. It was the final one, so it has the best graphics. They figured out what they were doing there. I think it's better than Symphony of the Night, honestly. Also, it takes place in the far-flung future of 2035. Oh my God! And you play as Soma Cruz, which is maybe the only Hispanic character in Castlevania. Okay.
And there it is. Round of applause. So this is our 15th game. Are we putting it on the list?
Let's do it.
It looks like a yes. Okay, great. So we are now at 15.
This is when it gets good.
This is when it gets good. So you've had time to think about what games maybe belong a little bit less on this list. So starting with you, you'll tell us what game you want to add and what game you want to sacrifice in its place.
All right. To add, The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap.
Okay. And what are you sacrificing it for?
I'm gonna say WarioWare.
How dare you?
Oh.
It's such a tough call.
Hey, good luck, bud.
No, it was a tough one. It was that or Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know.
All right. You'll have 15
I will go
seconds.
feral.
15 seconds to make your case starting now.
What can you say? It's a Legend of Zelda. Great graphics, great gameplay. You got that nice isometric top-down. Developed by Capcom at their height.
I mean,
Perfection right there.
they're not wrong.
Not wrong. Round of applause.
But WarioWare.
So as we deliberate, like if you make the suggestion, please stay. But any initial thoughts about Minish Cap for WarioWare? Maybe we'll start on this side.
So I want to say congratulations to you for doing this after all the noise that was made in the crowd. That took a lot of guts. But I do think this is where the pitches really start to come in, because WarioWare is this crazy revolutionary thing. Mm-hmm. You know, it's the phone game before the phone game. It's, you know, Nintendo at its weirdest. It's this idea that like, oh, we're going to make this one button, amazing 5-second over and over and again game. And Minish Cap, I've only played a limited amount of it, but to my understanding, it is a very good, but another top-down Zelda. And I got to go WarioWare on this one.
Yeah.
To counter that, The Minish Cap is really important personally, and I guess to the world. It's one of the last 2D Zelda games to be developed. And then it moved into the 3D world. And I really miss that space. So acknowledging that, and it ended on such a high note. I replayed it recently and it made me miss, and I want to play another 2D Zelda. So that's why I think it deserves a spot in that list for memory and, because Tingle's in it.
So my gut reaction was to say, how dare you? But then I remembered that WarioWare lives on the GameCube in the superior party mode. Because playing all the WarioWare minigames with friends competitively was phenomenal. So only because that exists in another sphere do I feel like I can, in good conscience, say Zelda does belong on here, because Minish Cap was dope. Shout out to anyone that connected all the stupid little fragments. But it still really hurts, and how dare you?
That is why. That is why
Yu-Gi-Oh was right there.
like I said, almost, but I picked WarioWare for the same reason.
Any thoughts on this side before we go to a vote?
Oh man, I am just in the WarioWare camp for reasons that Harris already mentioned that I won't repeat, but also the meta that Wario is making a game development studio. I just love that. It is just absolutely wild, and I love Zelda, but also I really think Wario has done much more to stay memorable.
You're a big garlic person?
Oh yeah.
It gave Wario that stupid little hat that he wears now. Yeah. We have modern Wario because of WarioWare.
It's true.
Yeah.
Adam, anything before we vote?
Lost me a Zelda, and then you won me back at Capcom. Wait, what are the votes at right now?
Split.
Let's just go to the vote. Let's go to the vote.
Let's go to vote. Okay, what is thumbs up? Thumbs up means
Thumbs
we're
up
going
means
with
we're
our...
making the change.
Thumbs up, we agree.
Oh, wow, it's literally to you.
No.
What?
Okay.
Very close. Thank you so much.
I feel so bad.
I tried for
Thank
you.
you.
But again, you can pitch Minish Cap again for maybe something differently.
I think you helped this crowd establish a strategy. Target Yu-Gi-Oh.
Don't hate me, I swear.
You're dead to me.
What is your pitch? What are you adding? What are you taking off? Go ahead.
So the game I want to add is Advanced Wars 1 and 2.
Ooh, so a small wrinkle on the Game
choose
Boy
one.
Advance. There's only one. They're both separate carts.
Yeah.
So which one do you pick?
Wait, no, I think there's the Japanese copy.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Did you just
I love the
actually
solidarity.
So, okay, if that didn't get picked up on mic,
Yep. Yeah, if it wasn't picked up on the mic, someone three behind was like, no, but in Japan, 1 plus 2 are on one cart, so well done, well done. And what are you taking off?
I do want to take Yu-Gi-Oh off.
let's save the
Get it out of
16
here.
seconds and just vote right now. I think we can. Let's go.
So we have at least 2 passionate Yu-Gi-Oh fans on this table here, and I think you were one of them, Adam.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why Yu-Gi-Oh?
I love to duel.
Wait, we are skipping over the pitch. Actually, we should hear.
Look at the time. It's
Pitch.
time to duel.
Yeah.
We gotta
Oh,
hear the
sorry.
pitch.
Yes, pitch
Okay.
time. Yes, sorry. Your 15 seconds starts now.
So I really think Advanced Wars is a highly underrated intelligent systems IP that they've low-key forgotten about. And I really think the pixel art and colors really pop on the SP. And I have a lot of fond memories of passing the SP back and forth between 2-player and really getting those large-scale battles not too many other games were doing back then.
Round of applause. You can stand there while we deliberate. Any thoughts about Advance Wars here?
It's phenomenal.
Yep.
One of the best RTS games, or just strategy games, not RTS. And Black Hole Rising, the second one, was just phenomenal.
I also like the addition of the personal story, so that's good there.
Do we want to throw this one to a vote?
We have to.
All right, let's start on this side.
It's going to be a no for me.
Okay.
It's gonna be a yes for me.
Okay, 1-1.
I'm so sorry.
I thought we were friends.
We are.
I thought we were all friends.
So Harris, to you.
There are so many awesome ways to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's not do it on the GBA. Let's get Advanced Wars.
Okay. So Yu-Gi-Oh is now off the list, and we are now adding Advance Wars 1+2. Thank you very much. What is our next set of games?
I would like to suggest Golden Sun.
And what are you sacrificing in its place?
Advance Wars. I have been dead. I don't judge.
Yeah, honestly, probably it's between Advance Wars and Mario Golf. I'm gonna go for Advance Wars.
You seem so smart and quick, wonderful.
All right, your 15-second pitch starts now.
Golden Sun is the pinnacle of JRPG gaming. It has amazing graphics, like they push the GBA to its maximum. Also, super immersive story. It's probably the first game that made me shed a tear at the end. No, yeah, like actually. And yeah, the puzzles. The puzzles are really good.
Round of applause for that pitch. Y'all are being amazing. I know it's hard to talk in front of a group of folks and do it in 15 seconds, so thank you for doing that. Golden Sun fans on the panel. Any on this side?
Yeah.
Yes.
Big fan? Okay.
I'm a Golden Sun pusher, so I say yes.
If he
Celia, me
had said
too.
Golden Sun 2, The Lost Age, I would be voting yes, but I'm still going Advance Wars.
Hold on. I consider them both to be one game because it's
the last guy did that already.
Wait, hold on. In Japan, is it on 2 carts? Then it's separate. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I'm with you. No, Golden Sun, I love it. Yeah.
It's so
All right, let's throw it to a vote. We'll start on this side this time.
I've just only played Advance Wars, so I'm gonna. Or what am I doing? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna keep Advance Wars.
Wait,
Okay.
where's the Advance Wars guy? I'm gonna look you in the eyes as I.
Are you?
I want you to know it was me.
All right, so one and one
anger.
thin.
Again, they're both so good, but Golden Sun 2 was better. And so because it's just the first one, I can't get rid of 2 Advance War games. Wait, yeah, down.
Yeah, we're doing down.
I'm keeping Advance Wars.
Up. You.
Yeah, I think it's the other way around, actually.
So
No, you're trying to get tricked.
up for Golden Sun, down for Advance Wars. Okay. 2 and 2. Adam, to you again.
Adam, I love
My
you.
goodness.
Please.
I mean, Kaiba would be upset if I didn't want to replace the thing that beat Kaiba, so I have to go Golden Sun.
The vindictiveness.
We're spicy today.
Honestly, though, between with Zelda and Advance Wars and Golden Sun, I'm not mad because any of them being on there is fine, but it still hurts.
So Golden Sun now on the list. Congratulations. Thank you so
Hell
much.
yeah, thanks.
All right, over to you. The game you want on, the game you want sacrificed.
I want to put on Mega Man Battle Network 6.
Okay.
6.
They made 6 of those things on one.
They sure did.
Yes.
Which version?
God.
Falls Art.
What?
Dude,
Some
we
very
know his vote.
passionate fans. And what are you sacrificing in its place?
I think let's take Mario and Luigi off because there's other versions of the game that are better.
Boom.
This one's easy.
Get him out of here. Can I call security?
All right, we have to let them pitch.
Let's let them pitch.
So your pitch will start now.
Yes, there are 6 games of this on the console, but this is the best version of this because people are still playing it today. Maybe not in the collection, but people are still playing it because it's very fun competitively, and the story and game is better than the previous ones, in my opinion.
Excellent pitch. Round of applause, please. Why don't we start right here with Finn? What do you think about this choice?
I love me some Battle Network, but you put it against Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, so I am so sorry. But that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Celia?
Not to sound dramatic, but I would die for Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So it's a no from me.
Jenny, I know you just played this.
I know. And that's the thing. I'm I just finished Mario and Luigi, and so my heart is just right there with them, so I'm sorry.
So is that already 3 no's? Yeah,
I still want to see how.
Yeah, let's see the others. Yes or no?
I'm just going to be heel and go opposite. So everyone's saying no. So I'm going to say yes.
And then Harris has to also say what.
Yeah, I think if your pitch was a little stronger, like, you know, people still play it today. People still listen to Dave Matthews today. Like, it doesn't make it good. Yeah, sorry.
So can we just
No
throw
for me.
the thumbs? I think it's 4-1. Yeah, 4-1. I'm
Sorry
so
about
sorry.
I'm going to check it out, though, on your recommendation. Thank you.
All right, so
It's like Survivor level meta at this point.
someone's going to come in with a fire pick. Maybe
Yeah.
it's you.
Actually, it kind of is because my pick is very underground Fire Pro Wrestling 2.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yes.
And
what's your sacrifice?
Hate to do it, but Astro Boy.
Oh. What? Why did you ruin such a good thing? You had it.
It had
You
to be
had
done.
it. You had it.
Finn, are you okay?
I'm leaving.
You haven't even heard the pitch.
Hey, it's not out yet. You gotta defend your turf.
That's fair.
So your 15 seconds starts now.
Fire Pro Wrestling 2 has unparalleled depth. A roster of 200 wrestlers, everyone from Stone Cold Steve Austin to Freddy Krueger, and the craziest AI customization for the Game Boy that let you customize not just how wrestlers look, but also at what point in the match they go for certain moves. I put hundreds of hours into it, just creating my own wrestling leagues for years.
But
round of applause.
But do you know what it doesn't have?
Wait.
Go in.
But do you know what Fire Pro Wrestling 2 does not have? A 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up made by Treasure featuring time travel mechanics and multiple endings, you son of a...
You know, I mean, if you want, you can make Astro Boy and Fire Pro. There's no
There you
problem
go.
there.
It sounds like a better game.
Finn,
Excuse
you're
me,
very passionate, so what do you think?
I'm going to flip this table and fight because this is all I have in my life, and why would you take this from me, you absolute monster? That's a no.
If it makes you feel better, I'll go home and play Astro Boy.
It does make me feel better because then you'll be like, why did I even recommend this?
Let's go, Celia. What do you think?
To your
Sorry.
I do want to say that I have heard very good things about it. I never played it myself, but your pitch was awesome, but you picked the wrong game, and it just makes me sad.
Okay, so now we're voting on what did you vote for Yu-Gi-Oh again? My memory is just
So I guess this is just a question where is Celia a good person or a vindictive person who only lives her life
okay.
to
I'm gonna
hurt
let the
others?
crowd. Should I let the crowd vote for let the judge the fate of this?
I think it's a great idea.
The politics
Okay,
are so stupid.
who votes for vindictiveness? Who votes to be kind? Woo! Yeah, let's be vindictive.
Oh. No, actually, your thumbs up.
Wait, wait.
Yeah,
No, actually, I put something down. Sorry.
sorry.
You locked it in.
No, I didn't.
All right, so
Harris, I know we just
Harris,
met, but please.
I think Astro Boy is one of the best GBA games. I think it's really gutsy to make this cut. I think your pitch was terrific. I think Fire Pro is a great series, so I'm going to say yes.
Ooh, okay. On this
Yeah.
side of the table.
I've
Throw
only had-
up your thumbs, by the way, just so we... Yeah.
Throw
Two
up your thumbs.
Oh, sorry, I'm not trying to collusion. There's no such thing. I'm a neutral party. I'm Switzerland.
I will say I was on the fence, and your pitch was just so outstanding. You absolutely won my heart, so I'm gonna go with the thumbs up.
Oh, there
Wow. Adam?
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Wrestleman, and that pitch was it was a Fire Pro pitch.
Yeah.
Going up.
Yeah.
That's 4 yeses. Well done.
I will say, if anyone wants to vote Astro Boy back on in exchange for something else,
That Final Fantasy IV is
I
on
will
other-
give you a sock puppet with googly eyes.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think Astro Boy's the better game, but I just like this guy.
fair.
Yeah, no, he was really passionate.
Yeah.
Very good. Very
You could have said any game, and I would have voted for you.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't fault the pitch. I just have to hate the fallout. So
There it is.
Wow.
He's gonna fight you in the streets. That was the translation.
please keep an eye out. I will find you.
So our friend who gave us the information about Advance Wars 1+2, you probably have a fire pitch as well, so let us know what you've got.
We're ready.
I am doing Advance Wars 1+2 again for Fire Emblem.
Ooh.
I have reasons here, people.
Pitching the tactical.
They came with notes, so
And I'm like, I'm just not even going to listen to this.
So you know what? Since you came so prepared, I'm going to give you an extra 15 seconds.
Wow.
You get the one.
No, they
extra
should have less time.
They should have less time.
Nah, I gave it to him.
I make the rules, Harris. So you're going to have 30 seconds. No one else will have 30 seconds. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Okay, well, Advance Wars 1+2 is the daddy of turn-based simulators for Nintendo in the West.
Good.
Nintendo thought, oh, Westerners are too like dumb. They're not going to understand turn-based simulation. So they asked for a tutorial that basically got backported back to the Japanese copy because of the whole like delays. And honestly, yeah, if it weren't for Advance Wars, Fire Emblem wouldn't be even up there because it was Advance Wars' success that made Nintendo go, well, if we can release Advance Wars, why can't we release a Fire Emblem over here?
And that's your time. Round of applause. Yes. So we chose the original, not the original.
Yeah.
We chose the Fire Emblem for GBA.
Not Fire Emblem Sacred Stone.
No, we did not. Let's start on this side. Thoughts about the intelligent systems fight we have right now?
You said daddy and I was done. I mean, legit, it was a very good pitch, and you're smart. So it's kind of like how I vote real politics. Like, do I like you? I don't care what you're doing in real life. I'm
What state are you from again?
Kentucky. Don't want to talk about it. No, I mean, it was a great pitch, and you said daddy, so that's a thumbs up for me.
Okay. Jenny.
This is a tough one because I love them both so much, but I'm going to go with Advance Wars. So is that a thumbs?
That's a thumbs up.
Okay.
So 2 thumbs up.
Again, because Sacred Stones exist, I'm okay removing original to put Advance Wars back on.
Hey.
Thank you.
You can have my vote if you know why it was delayed in the States.
No, it wasn't delayed in the States. It was delayed in Japan.
It was delayed in Japan? I thought it was
Yes.
delayed in the States.
No,
you know
no,
what the
no.
day was?
September 10, 2001 was the release date in North America.
Uh-huh.
The release date in Japan, September 11, 2001.
Okay, you
which
get my
is
vote.
why the Advance Wars 1+2 cart exists for Japan.
Correct.
Do you want this seat?
Harris, any other thoughts there?
No. Great job.
5 thumbs up.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so Fire Emblem is now off the list. We're now going to go over here, and we've got about 10 minutes left, so we've probably got time for maybe 3 or 4 pitches. So if you're in the back of the line, I'm so sorry. But we will go here. What is the game you want on, and what's the game you want off?
The game that I would like to add is Bit Generation's Orbital, and purely because I think its predecessor is better.
What are you taking off? Your pitch comes after.
Pokemon Pinball.
Oh,
I think the original was the better game.
Wow.
Your 15 seconds starts now.
So, Orbital, maybe a lot of people haven't played because it was a Japan exclusive and a limited run, but it uses 2 buttons, no D-pad, and is probably one of the deepest, most innovative games on the system. I highly recommend people go play it in whatever way they can.
Wait,
Lovely
okay.
round of applause.
I want to give him more time. What do you do in this game? I've never heard of it.
Sure. So in Orbital, you are a planetoid. You only can press A to make gravity work or B to make opposite gravity work.
Cool.
And you're in a bunch of things that are moving around.
Okay, cool.
Harris, you want to start?
So Pokemon Pinball is my baby on this. That sounds very cool, but I disagree. I think the GBA Pokemon Pinball game is better. I played it all the way on the flight here to get excited about this panel. So it's a no, but I'm going to check out your thing.
Celia?
Pokemon Pinball taught me what pinball was. So that's my vote.
So another no, Finn?
Harris, I'll give you a no to cash in for helping me on something later.
Oh, okay. What's up?
Hey, there's no alliances allowed.
I think you've already got this.
Where are the rules?
All right, thumbs down, y'all. Pokemon Pinball fans?
I am. I feel so bad because I'm looking at Orbital and it does look cool, but because I've never played it, I'm going to have to go with Pokemon Pinball.
So thumbs down.
Oh, sorry, thumbs down.
Yeah, great pitch, thumbs down, because that was the only game I got on the top 10, so it's not going to happen.
All right. Thank you very much.
This is the product of being too cool. I think that's a cool game, and we're just not ready for it yet.
All right. What game you want on? What do you want off?
Okay, so this is a bit tough because everything on here is pretty good.
Yep.
I feel I'm gonna get hated, but I'm gonna take off Mario Golf.
Okay, for what?
Okay.
And I'm going to throw a curveball. It is going to be Dragon Ball Advanced Adventure.
Okay.
I mean, that is the best Dragon Ball.
1, 2, or 3?
The very first one.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to give you those 15 seconds, and those start now.
Yeah. So Dragon Ball, you all know, it's a very high energetic game. This is a 2D arcade like fighter. And the game actually introduces so many mechanics, such as the Kamehameha, you got the power pole, and it actually the difficulty progresses in a very linear way, such that it feels satisfying just to beat up all your opponents.
Very good. Round of applause.
By the way, can I just say real quick, Yu-Gi-Oh gang?
Sorry, what was that?
Can I just say real quick, Yu-Gi-Oh gang?
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yes. Let's go.
Okay, now I have to vote for you. Shit.
We're going to try and get like 2 more, so let's do a quick thumbs up here, thumbs down. What do we think?
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh gang. Come on, guys. Come on.
I love Dragon Ball. Shout out to Yamcha, but Mario Golf is so good.
All right.
Shout out to Dead Yamcha. Still voting yes.
Lord Yamcha. Put some respect on his name.
So unfortunately, that won't make the list, but thank you much for thank you so much for pitching. All right. We have time for you, and then we are done. So go ahead and let us know what game you want on and what you want to take off in its place.
All right, I'm going to pick Metroid Fusion over Sonic Advance 2.
Wow.
Wait, what were you replacing?
Yep.
He literally just turned to me and was like, "I'm surprised no one's like
I
suggested a
literally just
Metroid."
leaned over and said, I can't believe no one's brought up Metroid.
So yes, Metroid Fusion for Sonic Advance 2. You got 15 seconds starting now.
All right, well, I think Metroid Fusion kind of perfected the Metroid formula at the point. Sure, Zero Mission may have more quality, but it's a little bit shorter. And plus, I think Metroid Fusion has a bit more of a horror aspect. And plus, it tried to introduce more story into the game with Adam and the SAX and the X-Parasites. And plus, your beam fire is really fast.
Round of applause. All right, what do we think? Show of hands. Metroid Fusion for Sonic Advance 2.
Metroid.
Yeah.
Wow, 5 for 5.
This is nothing personal. It's just purely on the basis that there's never been a good Sonic the Hedgehog game. It's a myth. It's a myth. It's a myth. It's a myth. You've all been tricked. Marketing works. Ha 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 ha.
Well, hey, I'm a huge Sonic fan too, so I agree with that.
So this will be our last pitch. So no pressure. Make it good.
All right. Oh, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
My pitch is Kirby and the Amazing Mirror.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a confession. I've never played any of these games except for Kirby.
Dope.
And the Amazing
That's
Mirror.
awesome.
You know, honestly,
So community
that's great.
pick
You know
for
what?
what I'm gonna replace. I don't even know what I should replace, honestly.
Okay.
Advance Wars themes.
Here's the thing. Say 2 games on the list, and we'll have a crowd decide what should be on the sacrificial altar.
How about Harvest Moon and...
No.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Sorry. You gotta live with that mistake.
Let him cook.
And what's the other one that is?
Can I help you? Can I help you out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Final Fantasy IV has been on other systems.
Okay.
Is that 4?
Sure.
Oh, I wrote down 4. I'm sorry, I can't see the screen from here.
Harris, why?
It's been on other systems. I think that's a fair argument. Anyway, up to you.
Instead of Harvest Moon, that's a very.
I wrote down 4.
I'm pretty sure Harvest Moon's been other systems. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we just do
Finn.
Kirby and the Amazing Mirror for Harvest Moon? Sorry.
Sure.
Yes.
Do you want to give us your pitch for why you love Kirby and the Amazing Mirror? Your 15 seconds will start now.
Okay, so Kirby and the Amazing Mirror is one of the only mainline games to not be developed by HAL, but by another company, I think like Flagship. It is a complete deviation of the Kirby formula, more like a Metroid open labyrinth type game. You can play with up to 4 players in the same exact world, kind of like Scarlet and Violet. Has a good Dark Meta Knight boss fight and with bopping music, and yeah, it's a really good game.
Round of applause.
How do you know that much about just one Game Boy Advance game?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm
yes
the Kirby
from
guy.
me.
You're yes.
Yes, just because I like them.
Oh man,
Yes.
you played what?
I'm sorry. I like them.
I know. I hate that you did such a good pitch because I love Kirby and I love Harvest Moon,
You're
and you
both
are
great.
tearing me apart. Lisa, you're tearing me.
I know. In my head, I finished your sentence with Lisa.
Oh yeah.
So we're at 1 thumbs up. Celia?
I was like, shit, he did his homework. Yeah, it's really good because like Harvest Moon, you can date Celia, and I'm Celia, so I would just date myself. I mean,
You have a note here that says date Celia.
yeah, basically.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
But you did such a good job. I hate you.
Thumbs up. Finn?
Who put this one on the list?
I did.
I like you, Jenny.
Oh.
You're a friend.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Wow.
Jenny, thumbs down, I'm assuming.
I'm sorry. You did a very good pitch, but this
I do
is
love
such
Kirby,
a
though, but
pivotal game.
So,
It's gotta stick
Adam,
together.
this comes down to you. Let's just quietly chant Adam until he decides. Adam.
Adam. Real quick.
Adam.
If you want Harvest Moon, make noise.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody but Adam.
If you want Kirby, make noise. It's a thumbs up. I'm sorry. Make more noise.
So quickly, let me share our finalists here. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Fire Pro Wrestling 2, Advance Wars 1 and 2, WarioWare, Final Fantasy Tactics, Golden Sun, Mario Golf, Pokemon Pinball, Fire Fantasy 6, F-Zero Climax, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Mother 3, Japan, wow, Metroid Fusion, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. That is our list. Well done to everyone. Some quick pitches here before we end. What was that, sorry?
I was just trying to add Astro.
Oh, you were trying to add Astro Boy?
No.
Quickly, thank you to the Video Game History Foundation. They gave some information for this panel, so please check them out at gamehistory.org. If you like this panel, please scan this QR code and tell us that you liked us, because that's how we get to keep doing this. I will leave this up for 5 seconds here. 5, 4,
3, 2, 1. And then it explodes.
I thought it was pretty cool.
And what I'd love to do is, Harris, you're on a panel in this room right after this. Please tell us about it.
Yeah, you guys are going to walk outside and wait a little bit, and then you're going to walk back in and watch Hidden Gems, which is a lovely panel showcasing all of the games that you can play at the show floor that you might have missed. We have an awesome crew of people who are going to tell you about the smaller games around PAX that you should check out. That is hosted by Mr. Dylan Ovento down over there. Hey, Dylan, give him a wave. Cool. Are we also shouting ourselves out at this point? Should I talk about what I'm
let's
working
do
on?
that.
So I'm working at Good Trouble. Before this, I worked at Finju. We made awesome games like Tunic and Chicory Night in the Woods. And now I'm working at Good Trouble as Director of Communications, and we're working on something great. And I want to use my shout out to say thank you to our lovely sign interpreter right down here. Hello, hi. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Celia.
Shoot, it's on the spot. Since I work at Yacht Club Games, we're working on a really cool Game Boy Color-inspired game called Mina the Hollower. It's kind of like a top-down Castlevania mixed with some Bloodborne, and that looks like Link's Awakening. It's really cool. Check it out, and please wishlist it on Steam.
Finn, quickly.
I'm not making a game. My podcast, the mascot is Saki. It has a googly eye sock puppet, and it's cool, and we like you, and you guys are awesome.
Awesome.
Saki's cool.
I'm doing another panel this evening, Video Game Trivia 3. It is in the Blue Morpho, so if you like this sort of malarkey, then please come to that. Jenny.
I'm Jenny Wyndham. I work for Kepler Interactive. We have Pacific Drive here on the floor. If you go play it, it's really cool. And I also am with Wholesome Games, so yeah, cozy games.
And Adam.
My name's Adam Gumbert, Respawn Aim Fire, video game podcast. I beat Jacob in Jeopardy.
Thank you, Enforcers. Thank you, Keith, Ricky, and Cindy. Thank you for coming. Enjoy your PAX. If you've made it this far, let me recap the list one more time. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, Fire Pro Wrestling 2, Advance Wars 1 and 2, WarioWare Inc. Mega Micro Games, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, Golden Sun, Mario Golf Advance Tour, Pokemon Pinball Ruby and Sapphire, Final Fantasy VI Advance, and then F-Zero Climax, Ace Attorney Trilogy, Mother 3, Metroid Fusion, Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow. Did you like the list? Did you hate the list? Let us know on Twitter at Left Behind Club and in our Discord at leftbehindgame.club/Discord. Thank you so much for listening. We've got more PAX coverage on the way starting this Thursday. See you then.
Do you feel like you're the only person in your circle who wants to go deep about video games regularly?
We were like that too. Until now.
Welcome to Crossplay Conversations, the brand new bi-weekly topical video game podcast from Luke Lewis,
Joseph Hooper,
and Jacob McCoy.
With many years of breaking it down separately on shows like the Left Behind Game Club, Player Podcast, and Lukewarm Games, the gang is finally coming together to publish their gaming group chat in audio form every other week.
Expect roundtable reviews of the latest games, profiles of upcoming indies, and insightful conversations about essential topics in the video game industry. All with a mostly positive, insightful, and fun style.
Crossplay Conversations debuts on August 1st with brand new episodes hitting every other Tuesday. Help us out by subscribing on your podcast platform of choice to get the first episodes delivered straight to your feed.
And follow us on Twitter at Crossplay Convos for updates about the show.
Cheers and happy gaming.